I had a dream. I had an awesome dream. Lionel Richie on the show today. That was pretty good. Say you, say me. No? Hello, Joy. Welcome. It's Tuesday, your special day, March 24th. I'm here with the lovely, the talented Joy Behar. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine.
People
good.
enjoy these podcasts. I was looking through. I even showed you some of the comments on the YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah.
And they were nicer than the comments we usually see.
Well, the people on Facebook, I think, and Twitter, and those people.
Well, it's people that come to the place looking for us, as opposed to people that have us thrust upon them. I don't think they enjoy us as much.
No, a lot of the nasty comments come from people who watch, because then they'll say one thing nasty, and then five will say, like, well, why don't you watch something else? Or why are you watching?
Well, the YouTube, they love. They love us. They think we should go on the road.
You and I.
Yes, there's many great comments about it. They enjoyed the psychodrama we did last week.
Oh, yeah?
Many people thought I won, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's not a contest.
Well, you said you won, and then I said
But
I
it
won.
isn't really a contest. The point of a psychodrama is to elucidate and to help you to solve the problem.
There was one comment about how handsome I was, which I enjoyed.
Oh, I know. We're going to dine out on that one for God knows how long.
I thought it was
now.
sarcastic at first, but there was no follow-up, and I got like 20-something likes. I said if I got to 30, I'm going to leave my wife. It's pretty good. So anyway, all right. I wanted to. Well, so if you want some more psychodramas from Joy and I, let us know. Hit us up in the comments. Tell us. Give us a scenario. We'll work it out. I'm very excited about this. I've avoided talking to you about this week because I wanted to save it for the podcast. You went to Foxwoods.
I did.
Which is one of your favorite places to go. You enjoyed it?
Well, I do. I mean, Greta, who runs View Your Deal, she owns a spa there.
Yes.
And we go there, we get facials and massages.
Amazing.
We play blackjack.
Yes,
I do anyway. I
enjoy playing blackjack
My husband
as well.
and I like blackjack. Mm-hmm. And then we go to great dinners.
Yeah.
It's like, to me, it's a perfect vacation without having to get on a plane.
Just a couple hours away, and you have a nice time.
You drive there. They take care of you. You get to do spa treatments. What more do you need? Especially if you're like me, you don't like the sun.
You and I enjoy playing cards. Actually, everyone at the View enjoys it to different degrees. Except,
oh, really?
Well, Sunny, we discovered, is a cooler at the table.
She's a cooler.
Yeah. If you're winning and Sunny rolls up.
It's like me when the guys are coming on to her.
Well,
then I'm the cooler.
Speaking of the devil, speaking of guys coming on to you, this is one of the stories I heard. I heard there was an incident. I heard that you and I'm calling you out right now. I heard that you and a patron at Foxwoods.
Yes.
You might have had a thing.
You mean Joey?
It's Joey. a much younger man is what I was told.
Yes.
Maybe a man younger than me.
I don't know how old he was.
I heard 40s.
I can't tell.
I've seen a photo.
I was sitting in the middle there of the table, and he was on the end.
Mm-hmm.
And he suddenly throws a $100 bill at me. Like, to play it.
A chip or a $100 bill?
A $100 bill, money.
This is a nice move. I respect this.
I said, I don't need your money.
Right.
Whoever you are.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own money.
Mm-hmm.
Throws it back at me again. I said, please take your money. Meanwhile, the dealer, he doesn't know what to do. He's looking at me like, should I give you chips? And I'm like, no, don't give me chips. I don't want his money.
Let's slow this down. Now, did you have any interaction with this man beforehand?
No, I never
Were you
saw
being
him
social?
before.
Were you talking to him at the table? Were you asking him where he's from?
The minute I sat down, he threw the money at me. He never saw me before. I don't think he knew me from television.
From what I've heard, he had no idea you were Joy Behar.
No.
All right. So when he gives you the money, you give it back.
No. So then he starts talking to me. Like we're going out together or something.
Give me an example. What was he saying?
I think we have something between us, I said. I don't think so. I don't think we have anything between us.
Really?
He said, no, I have a vibe. There's a vibe between us for sure. And I said, no, there is not.
Were you giving signals?
No.
Are you sure?
I swear.
Were you like giving long looks in between the deal? Like,
no, nothing.
Card
I didn't even looking at him. I'm looking at the cards. I want to win some money.
What were you wearing? Were you like, tarted up for the night?
I was wearing a hefty bag with a hat. And behind me is standing Robin, producer Robin.
Yes.
And her husband.
Craig.
And a couple of other people.
Where was Steve?
Steve was over in another room, placed them for a moment.
Okay.
And then he said, is that your family behind you? I said, no, they're not my family. They're not related to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know why I was answering him, but I was.
Right. Were there other people at the table paying attention to this? Were they,
I don't think so.
The back and forth?
I don't think so.
The repartee?
Robin was.
Right.
I wish she were here now so she could tell you.
Well,
what
she's
was
told me
going
all
on.
about this already, so that's
She
why.
did.
Yeah, I've come in loaded here.
So then he said, like, for example, he'll go like this: when you go back and talk about me to your family, they're not my family. I said to him.
Yeah.
They're not related to me. Well, when you go back and talk about me, this is the word you should use: stud.
Wow.
Okay.
Were you flirting?
Not in the least.
Are you sure? Because I've seen you flirt.
Who have you seen me flirt
Occasionally,
with?
there's a person at the table that comes on, a
You
guest
mean
or
like
something.
Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
So then Steve shows up,
Right.
and the guy goes, "Who is that?" I say, "That's my husband."
Yeah.
And then he says, "I guess we won't be going to your room later."
Whoa.
I said, "What?"
Did Steve hear that?
I don't know. And then it's again with the $100 bill. Steve says, "Give it back to him." I said,
Oh.
"I did." He keeps sending it back to me. So finally, I said to the deal, "All right, cash it. Get the chips." I play the chips. I lose $50, and I hand him the rest of the chips. And that was basically that's what happened.
I think by accepting his money, this reminds me very much of the hit '90s movie Indecent Proposal.
It was
I think
nothing.
by accepting the money
That's
from
why
him,
I didn't want to, but he
I know,
was
but
relentless.
you took his $50. I think you owe him a little something.
I owe him nothing. I owe him zero.
You basically ordered the lobster dinner on the date.
Look,
I think.
first of
yeah.
all, what we can get from this entire conversation
Yes.
is that the old broad has still got it.
I-
all right?
there's no question.
That's it.
Bravo.
There's nothing else to talk about.
No, I mean you look great. There's no question. But this is a much younger man hitting on you. Way to go.
Whatever.
No idea who you were either.
I don't think so.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
What I've said for years is that Sonny Hostin is a man magnet, and now I am.
Now she has some competition. This is great.
I guarantee you, if Sonny Hostin was at the table, he would have been giving the $100.
I don't think so. I think he's got a type, and I think you guys had a thing.
He
You had a vibe.
He likes an older woman because
know.
I could have been his grandmother.
Wow, this is very impressive.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Then Steve comes over with Bernie, my dog, and he says, "Well, if I can't have her, give me the dog." And takes the dog.
Oh,
from
Steve must not have liked that.
No, did not. He picks the dog up. We took a picture of him with the dog so that we have proof
No, I've seen it.
in case that dog disappears.
I've seen it. All right. Well, this is very interesting. If you happen to be listening, unknown.
No, do not encourage this. Do not.
We got a big surprise for you. Come on in. No, I'm just kidding. That would be amazing.
No.
I've had a similar thing happen, actually. Apparently, this is a thing. They weren't hitting on me. But when I was in Las Vegas with my wife one time,
Yeah.
we were playing cards. My wife likes to play cards, too. And there weren't seats next to each other at the table. And we were split at opposite ends of the table. And the guy next to her gave her a $100 chip. And she looked over at me like, what am I supposed to do this?
Yeah.
And I said, play it. And I walked up
See,
and I
that-
went into another table. It's
See,
like,
that's
take
the
money.
difference between you and Steve.
Yes.
He said, "Do not play it."
I don't want to get in the middle of this. You take whatever you need to do.
How did she handle it?
I think she played his money.
I mean, there's something about it. Like, what are you, my pimp?
The other thing, the reason you went to Foxwoods
Right.
initially
Oh, it was to see Jay.
see Jay Leno.
Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall was
Yes.
his opening act.
That's amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
And then we spoke with Jay afterwards. It was fun.
How's he doing?
He seems jolly as usual, his usual self.
Yeah, we got to get him back
You
on
know,
the show.
yeah, he was very good to me when he had his show. I used to be on all the time.
Yes, I know.
And then he would always lift me up. He liked to pick me up.
Really?
And I was 25 pounds heavier at the time. That was pre-Ozempic.
He's like your personal LL Cool J, like that.
And
moment
then,
when
wait,
they- yeah.
after I lost the weight, I went back on. And I said, "Don't I look thin?" And he said, "No, you look good, but you don't look thin."
Jay Leno said that?
Yes. Meanwhile, I want to talk about Ozempic, all right?
Yeah, because a lot of people went nuts when you mentioned that you were on.
Well,
it.
you know, since I took it, and I've been off it a year, I haven't gained my weight back at
That's
all.
great.
My stomach has shrunk a little bit, and I'm old now. But besides that, I don't want to look at a piece of fish anymore.
Really?
I can't eat fish, even lobster and shrimp, which I ate all the time.
I've
When am
never
I
been a
gonna-
seafood guy. Nothing from the sea for me.
Really?
Never. My whole
Oh,
life.
I mean, a lobster salad,
No.
a BLT lobster salad, or
Nothing.
Oh, my
but
God.
my wife, my daughters all love it. I'm not a fan.
and I make shrimp scampi, and I make it with breadcrumbs, panko crumbs, put it in the oven with some butter. Delicious.
All right, if you're on death row, because
What meal am I wanting?
yeah, what's your death row meal?
Pasta.
Pasta?
I think either bolognese or rigatoni alla norma with
Mm-hmm.
eggplant. I like that, and ricotta salata on it.
Ooh.
That's delicious.
That's really good.
I think I'll make that tonight.
There you go. There you go. All right, I got a story from the Hot Topics list. You got
Oh,
a second
okay.
here? All right.
From the list today?
From one of the lists.
Oh.
There was a story on the list about Dave Grohl, who was the lead singer of
I
the
know.
band
Oh,
Foo
Dave Grohl.
Fighters. Yes.
Oh.
Big star, caught in a cheating scandal and admitted that he had another child as a result of the affair.
Oh.
He says that the fallout had him going to therapy 6 days a week for 70 weeks. I know you love therapy. Do you think therapy can change someone who cheats? Is that something that you can fix with therapy?
70 weeks is like
Yeah.
more than, what is that? Almost 2 years. You know what? Look, marriage is complicated. Maybe the guy doesn't want to be married, in which case you can save a lot of money and just get a divorce.
But I think he does. I think he wants to change the behavior that helped him. I mean, he's a rock star. I think rock stars have a lot of affairs.
And there's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, who could resist
No, it's
it?
like hosting a podcast. Women are just throwing themselves at you all the time, liking comments on YouTube. It's tough, but you got to have integrity.
I know. Well, so you tell me what he should do instead of asking me.
I'm not a cheater. It's hard. I've never had that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he a chronic cheater or just the one time?
It's unclear, but I guess the question is, as the wronged party, would you take somebody back who cheated and then went to therapy in that level and said, I want to change it, I'll be better?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to get to the root of it because it's such a betrayal.
Yeah.
And so then you feel like you can never trust them again.
Right.
And it makes you feel like you were less than because they obviously found somebody they liked better. But it's not really about that. It's not really. It's about some desire for something new, something different, a verification, a validation of his masculinity. And I'm not sure that therapy can fix that exactly. Look at John Kennedy,
Yes.
the president. He always had a lot of women. Do
So
you
they
think
say.
yeah, but they were throwing themselves at him also. Jackie Kennedy put up with it. She knew what was going on. Her father was a cheater.
Yes.
So, people put up with what they're used to.
All right, here's a story I want your take on. There's a story in the Wall Street Journal titled, What is the Magic Number When It Comes to Close Friends? According to a new survey, Americans on average have between 3 and 5 close friends. More than 1/3 have between 4 and 9 close friends, and 13% have 10 or more close friends. Do you keep a tight circle of friends or of close friends, or like?
They say you can't make friends when you get older. It's
Right.
harder. I don't find that. First of all, I have friends who are younger than me. I like to have.
You're making friends at the blackjack table.
I like to have. I like to have younger friends.
Right.
Like Fran Taylor, who does the wardrobe here. She
Yes.
and I've been friends since we started working here. 30 years I know her.
That's amazing.
We come in sometimes in the morning together, and we have the greatest conversations. Robin Hummel is another very good friend of mine now. Todd Pokes. These are good friends of mine
Right.
that I've made here.
Yes.
And if I feel like everybody has a different, friends are funny. They serve different purposes in many ways.
They do.
Like if I feel upset about something, I might call my friend Susie. So there are different things of friends. A lot of my friends have died.
Yeah, but you keep making more of them. So
I
that's
do.
Not bad.
I make friends.
So now, give me a number of how many people you consider a close friend right now.
I just did. Robin, Todd,
Fran,
Fran, Susie, you, of course.
Okay, there we go. Thank you. I was waiting for it. Yeah.
I have others, but I can't think of them. But my best friend is my husband.
Who's your oldest friend?
My oldest friend is Susie. I know Susie as long as I know Steve. In fact, I met her before.
Wow.
Here's the thing on friends. You have to keep making friends.
Right.
And the way you make friends is you reach out to people. You don't wait for them to come to you. If you see somebody if you meet somebody you like, take their number, call them up, invite them over. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, I have to make more of an effort, I think. Because
Also,
I don't really want to do anything.
I know you don't because you're a man.
Yeah.
I also have a very close friend who's a priest.
Mm-hmm. Father Beck.
Yeah. And now his associate priest, Father Robert, who I call Father Perry Como because he looks like him. And a friend of mine from my playwriting class, Florence. I have all these people. I have people in the Hamptons that are friends of mine. Arlene Alda. I can name all of them. Lim Balaban.
All right, so there you go.
I have a ton of friends.
A lot of them have famous last names, I'm noticing. There
Yes,
you go.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, that happens when you're not famous, but people
You're
know
famous,
me.
my God.
And so what happens when they know you is that they see you, they invite you eat more because they feel like they know you.
All right. We have some audience questions for you. I know you enjoy these. Sarah asks, what's the biggest lie we're told about getting older?
The biggest lie?
Yes.
That your body is going to stay great. Maybe that's a lie. I mean, I feel fine. I'm older now, and I feel fine. My brain is working. I have a good memory. pretty good.
You've told me like the last decade has been one of your best.
I'm having the most fun since I turned 80.
That's incredible.
Because I have my writing that I'm doing, and I'm going to be traveling, and my plays are getting produced, and I'm going to be in them. It's fantastic.
That's really great.
And other stuff. As I said, I have a lot of friends, but the body is not 100%. I have 92% hearing in this ear, 96 in this ear.
That's incredible.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's very good. That's very good.
That's from the last when I used to wear that IFB, and they go to commercial. They made my hearing go.
And that's why no one goes to commercial anymore.
I took that thing out.
All right, another question. This is from Susie. Susie asks, "What's the most important boundary people fail to set?"
Boundary. When people start to take advantage of you, I think you need to. I keep trying. This is my daughter who now has her own little business.
Yeah,
she's got she owns a little pottery school. And sometimes people, impose. I said to her, you have to say with a smile, I'm sorry, but I can't possibly do that because then I'd have to do it for everybody. Oh. That's called a boundary.
Yes.
So I think that basically boundaries are do not tread on me, do not take advantage of me, do not insult me. I will not appreciate it.
All right.
And make it clear. But when you want somebody to stop doing something, say it nicely.
All right, last question. Dylan asks, Joy, what's your biggest pet peeve?
I don't know. I don't even know what that means. What does a pet peeve mean?
Something that bothers you about people. Something like a little tiddly thing that makes you annoyed. Like, for instance, Whoopi, it's people wearing perfume,
Well, that's an allergy that she has.
Yeah, okay, fine.
But I don't like this. I don't have this question.
All right. Dumb questions is your biggest pet peeve.
Yeah.
We've discovered.
Yeah. I can't stand stupid.
Yeah, no, I agree with you about that.
I hate stupid.
Yeah. I think that's...
Especially willful, deliberate, conscious stupid. If you're really stupid, it's like they say, when you're dead, you don't know you're dead. It's like being stupid. You don't know you're stupid.
No, I will say that when going back to friendship and everything else, and also with people I work with, the two most important things for me are raw intellect and a sense of humor.
Those are very important.
That's it. I mean, compassion, niceness are really important too, but I want smart and funny.
So funny is very essential.
It is. Yeah. It is. We do a good job surrounding ourselves with funny people, though, we think.
All
right. That's all the time we have today, Joy.
Okay.
Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
Tomorrow, Abby's joining us. It's been fun having Abby around, hasn't it?
She's so cute.
She's really, it's great. It's like no time has passed. All right. We'll see you then.